I never imagined that the people who could hurt me the most wouldn't be strangers or enemies or even colleagues. But the two people I trusted the most in my entire life, my little sister and my husband. My name is Alyssa Carter, born and raised in Kansas City, Missouri, and this is the story of how betrayal shaped me and how revenge saved me. Growing up, my sister Emily was my shadow. She was 4 years younger, always following me around, borrowing my clothes, copying my hairstyle, wanting to be everything I was. I used to think it was cute. Mom used to say, "She loves you too much. That's all." I believed that. I wanted to believe that. When I married Jason, my college sweetheart, everyone said we were the perfect couple. He was charming, good-looking, ambitious, and the kind of man who could talk his way into or out of anything. I thought I struck gold. Emily adored him too. She'd blush whenever he spoke to her. I always brushed it off, thinking it was just a silly crush. But crushes don't destroy marriages. People do. Everything began unraveling 2 years ago, on a cold October evening. Jason told me he was going to his late-night strategy meetings, as usual. Emily told me she was spending the night at her friend's place because they were preparing for a Halloween party. Something felt off, but I pushed the thought away. I trusted them both blindly. God, I wish I didn't. Later that night, I realized Emily had left her wallet at home. Normally, I wouldn't bother, but her friend's house was just 10 minutes away. I thought I'd drop it off in case she needed it. I texted her. No reply. I called. Straight to voicemail. Annoying but not suspicious yet, until I took a left turn at the intersection near the old 24/7 diner. That's when I saw Jason's car, parked not at his office building as he claimed, but in front of the Sunset Motel, the kind of place where people go for secrets, not sleep. My heart dropped so hard I felt it in my stomach. At first, I convinced myself he was there for some emergency meeting. Maybe a client had a crisis. Maybe anything but the truth. But then I saw the second car, Emily's car. For a second, the entire world froze. Cars passed by me, lights flashed, but everything was silent. My brain refused to connect the obvious pieces. I walked into the motel office, my hands shaking, and asked the clerk if Jason Carter had checked in. He recognized him immediately and said, "Room 207. And then he said something that shattered me completely. Oh, his girlfriend already went up. I didn't even need to hear it. The universe had already told me. But hearing a stranger say it made it real. I still remember walking down that hallway. Every step felt like it weighed 100 pounds. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I didn't shake. I just felt empty, numb. I didn't knock. I used the spare key the clerk gave me, and when the door opened, I saw them. My husband, my sister. Together. Emily's eyes widened. Jason jumped back like he'd been caught in a crime scene, which he had. They scrambled for excuses. It's not what it looks like. It was a mistake. Alyssa, please just listen. But I didn't listen. I didn't speak. I didn't cry. I turned around, walked out, got in my car, and drove away. They didn't follow me. Cowards rarely do. That night, I sat in my car at a gas station off Interstate 70, staring at my reflection in the rearview mirror. I didn't recognize the woman staring back. She looked broken, weak. I hated her. I hated feeling powerless. So I decided I wouldn't be. Revenge wasn't my first instinct. It was my only instinct. I didn't tell anyone what happened. Not Mom, not my friends, nobody. I acted normal, pretended nothing happened. I even kissed Jason on the cheek the next morning before work. And Emily? She acted so nervous around me, so guilty. She avoided eye contact like I was a cop and she was a criminal. Good. She should have been scared. Step one of my revenge was simple. Make them comfortable. Make them think I was clueless. Because guilty people who think they've gotten away with something always repeat their mistakes. And they did. Over the next month, Jason and Emily met up 5 times. I knew every detail. I placed a tracker in Jason's car, synced his phone to my iPad, and even had access to Emily's emails because she used my old Apple ID once and never logged out. I watched everything. Every message, every photo, every lie. And as painful as it was also empowering. Knowledge is power, and I was building enough power to destroy them both. Step 2 was documenting everything. I collected screenshots, GPS logs, hotel receipts, call logs, voicemails, private messages. By the time I was done, I had a digital bomb that could blow up their lives. But revenge shouldn't just hurt the heart. It should hurt the ego, the reputation, the future. So I planned everything carefully. One morning, I woke up, put on a calm smile, and told Jason I wanted to host a family dinner at our place. He lit up like a Christmas tree, probably thinking I was just being my usual caring self. Emily agreed too, probably terrified but pretending to be fine. I invited my parents, Jason's parents, and a couple of mutual friends. I cooked their favorite meal. I set the table beautifully. I lit scented candles, the kind of dinner that looks like the perfect American family gathering. And when everyone was seated, I connected my laptop to the TV. They thought I was about to play a slideshow of old family photos. Instead, the first image was a screenshot of Jason texting Emily. "I can't stop thinking about last night. I think I love you." The room fell silent. Then came the hotel receipts, location logs, selfies they took in the motel room, their messages planning their next meetup. Emily's spoon fell to the floor. Jason stood up and tried to shut the laptop, but I pushed him back into his chair. My mother gasped. Jason's father yelled. Emily started crying, begging me to stop, but I didn't. I played every file, every disgusting secret, every lie. Their reputations? Ruined. Jason's mom slapped him. Emily's boyfriend, who I had secretly invited, stormed out after throwing his drink in her face. That was only the beginning. The next day, I sent all the evidence to Jason's workplace, where office affairs were strictly forbidden. He was fired within a week. And Emily? She lost her job too because she worked at a daycare with strict moral guidelines. Word spread fast in our small Missouri town. Parents didn't want someone like her near their kids. Finally, I filed for divorce, but not before using the evidence to get the house, the car, and a good portion of Jason's assets. My lawyer said it was one of the cleanest cases of infidelity he'd ever seen. In just 1 month, I turned their world upside down. They lost their jobs, their money, their family's respect, and each other too. Because of course, once real life hit them, the affair didn't feel so exciting anymore. Emily moved to another state out of shame. Jason ended up renting a small apartment outside town. Meanwhile, I started living again. I traveled. I started a bakery business I always dreamed of. I rebuilt myself from the ground up, but stronger. And here's the final twist to my revenge. Neither of them ever got to apologize to me properly, because I never gave them the chance. Some betrayals don't deserve closure. They deserve consequences, and I made sure they felt every single one.